That's what I get told all the time. Okay.
All right, well, thank you for joining us to the AMAS 2014 AGM and General Meeting. I'm Ian McGregor, the President. Joining us online is the Secretary, Mike Snabatis.
Hello.
And Vice President, John Taylor.
Hi, guys.
And Committee Member, Mark Fenlon.
Hello.
So we might as well get straight into it. So I declare the meeting open at 7:42. Are there any apologies?
Yeah, there's apologies from Patsy.
Apologies from Patsy Brown.
All right. So let's get straight into it then. So we'll go into the financial report. So the auditor's report was sent out to financial members, and you should have all received that correspondence. Are there any questions?
Does the report make sense to everybody? Is everybody happy the way it's laid out?
Getting nods?
You guys see it? Yeah. All right. Fundamentally, balance sheet is showing $16,149 as at the 30th of June. It's available to all members. All members should have received it.
So it's in a motion that report be accepted.
I'll second the motion.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay. Appointment of office holders for 2014-15 period. So as per the Constitution, and being that no other nominations were received, the following persons are duly elected. President Ian McGregor, Secretary Michael Snabatis, and Treasurer Patsy Brown. Appointment of auditor for the 2015-16 period.
Okay, I'll do it on Patsy's behalf. Get well soon, Patsy. I'd like to move a motion that the auditor be Angela Brown, member number 236668, a member of the Institute of Public Accountants in Brisbane. I'd like to move that motion that she be accepted as the auditor for this coming year, please.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
All in favour?
Aye.
Okay.
I'm in favour.
All right. So being there no further business, any other business? No. So being there no further business, I declare this meeting closed at 7:44. And we'll move straight into the general meeting. So I declare the meeting open. 7:45. Apologies with Patsy Brown.
Okay.
Might be worth mentioning their in hospital starts to be difficult to be in attendance.
Yeah. Thanks, John. What was that, Michael?
I'd like to move a motion that the previous minutes be noted as viewed via the YouTube channel last year.
Someone second that?
I'll second
All in favour? Nods
Aye.
So we move on to appointment of Vice President and Committee Person. So as per the Constitution, and being that no other nominations were received, the following persons are duly elected. Vice President John Taylor and Committee Member Mark Fenlon.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
So the previous minutes, outwards and inwards correspondence.
Now, I'd like to do the motion that the inwards correspondence be accepted and the outwards be endorsed, and if any member would like the lists of that correspondence, inwards or outwards, please contact the Secretary and I will send them out to them. It's just that they're big lists.
All right, I'll second that motion. All in favour?
All right. Okay, so the President's report, I'll get straight into that then. Another fantastic year for AMAS, and we continue to grow and help people get into the hobby, which we all enjoy so much. And AMAS caters for all disciplines of aeromodelling, and this year we see the first of many proposed events. These events will be focused on fun and fellowship, because that's what aeromodelling should be about. And AMAS has been warmly welcomed by CASA, and we recently participated in the Sports Aviation Safety Forum at Bankstown. Mark Fenlon and I attended, and we met with key people within the department and discussed a number of aeromodelling issues, and AMAS looks forward to strengthening our relationship with CASA now and into the future. We've also reached out to other like-minded societies, and we hope there'll be some progress shortly there. We also met with the MAAA, but unfortunately they're unwilling to cooperate with us in relation to side-by-side flying. And if you're watching this and you're a member of that association, we urge you to email, to write to the MAAA Secretary and ask why not. It's only through the actions of members will things change, and we believe that this closed fields policy of the MAAA seeks to divide aeromodelling in Australia, but we at AMAS understand that people should have the freedom to fly together, and with that in mind, I'm happy to announce that in response to actions of the MAAA, we'll now be offering day membership of the society, and members of other associations who would not otherwise have had, would have had their insurance voided simply for flying at an AMAS club, will now be able to take part in events held at AMAS clubs. A small cost is involved, but it will mean that members of other associations, including the MAAA, will be able to take part in these events held at AMAS fields. AMAS will never endorse a closed fields policy, and members of other associations will always be welcome at our clubs. So, as members of AMAS, we can all be proud of our society's achievements thus far, and we are still leading the way. This year we're trialling the digital membership card, and this is in line with the BMFA in the UK, AMA in the US. This saves the membership money and is in line with retailers and government agencies in regard to paperless transactions. Our focus at AMAS is our members, and we're very conscious of the cost of membership, and this year we're able to pass on to our members saving, and our membership went from $66 to $58, which is good. We could do this because there were no junkets at AMAS, and we don't waste members' funds on elaborate conferences. What we provide are the core services to allow you to enjoy this great pastime. We also pride ourselves on the openness of the society. This meeting is broadcast to members and guests, and is a demonstration of that commitment. For some of you, this will be all new. You may never have seen agenda items of your former association. Indeed, you may have even been denied access to them. Not so with AMAS. We operate in the open, and we do this because we generally want our members informed and for you to take an interest. You're always a full member with AMAS, and your vote always counts. I speak to many of you throughout the year, and it's always good to know what you're up to and get some feedback. Feel free to pick up the phone or email. The details are on the website. At AMAS, we pride ourselves on the fact that you don't have to write to your club secretary, who then writes to the SAFE secretary, who then writes to the national secretary. Only have to repeat that process to answer your request. You just email or call us. We continue to be well received by aeromodelers, and that's evident in our growth. We're now 700 strong and expect to exceed the 1,000 member mark at the end of the year. In brief, AMAS is now a real presence in Australian aeromodelling, and will continue to gain strength and position as more clubs and members come to the realisation that membership of our society delivers exactly what they need. In this regard, it is particularly important. In this regard, it's particularly encouraging to see the number of whole clubs that have moved to AMAS this year. A common theme amongst them, they did not appreciate being dictated to, and responded by leaving their old association behind. Many clubs were caught off guard with issues like the closed fields policy this year, and have since been contacted by club officials in several states to attend their clubs to present the benefits of AMAS to their members. As a result, we're going to organise some meetings at clubs in those states around April next year to talk to their members about AMAS. We would even be pleased to debate any issues with state or national representatives of other associations who wish to attend such meetings. As you can see, much has been achieved, much is going to be done. To conclude, I'm very proud to be leading this society of ours into another year. Collectively, we've done what others thought impossible in the past, and we have brought about positive change in what has been a stagnant aeromodelling culture in Australia, and now we clearly set the tempo and lead the way as the most progressive national aero modelling organisation in the country, and it's only going to get better. That's that. So I need someone to accept the President's report.
I'll move that President's report be accepted.
President's report be accepted. Right.
All right. Secretary's report.
Hey, have you got me up on your Google Hangout now?
Yep. You're up there now.
Yep.
What's happening with the sound, gents?
Is that better now?
We're getting a bit of an echo there, buddy.
If you're on Skype, can you...
I've got...
Okay, you should be right now.
How's that?
That's better.
We'll work this out yet.
Technology.
Okay.
Fire away.
Okie doke. Looking back at the year just past, I note it's getting busier and busier with all the inquiries, the member registrations and administration increasing day by day. Introduction of features such as the online database and electronic member card guarantees a smoother society day at the Secretary's office. It's been a far cry from the days of inputting member data manually in an Excel file and sending out hard copy cards. So members are aware, the Office of the Secretary is open 7 days a week, and I'm generally in a position to take calls any time of the day. That's due to being self-employed. Most communication is conducted via email, and it's interesting to note the huge increase in correspondence, email correspondence, in the year 2013-2014 as compared to the previous year. Very little hard copy administration takes place, with most of it being electronic. So leads the society as being a virtually paperless, environmentally friendly entity, which is a good thing, I would have thought. All society data is backed up off-site on a daily basis. The management meetings are conducted via Skype and have been found to be extremely productive using this form of media. We also use the use of Google products, and one such being the Hangout as we're using at the moment, being quite useful. And in that we've been using analytical statistics, have been employed since early last year and have been providing very valuable information from the web site and Facebook and other areas, so the society can evaluate and implement changes, and in doing so be a proactive, progressive society. Information from overseas aero modelling associations has also been of great help to the society, and we thank them for this. Speaking of assistance, the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, as Ian mentioned, specifically the Deputy Director, must be thanked for his input into the many inquiries made to the department. And while some of the specific inquiries remain answered in what can be termed an extremely broad sense, it is most pleasing to say that the society has been welcomed into the halls of the aviation watchdog. The website and associated database has been found to be an easily usable commodity, and all the committee has access to the internal features. Member information can be quite quickly retrieved when requested, whilst important information can be posted and or emailed in an instant. Of note, the website member database also has a telephone SMS feature, which, whilst not used currently, can be activated to text members. And also of note is an online shop feature, which is currently waiting for merchandise in due course, and will go live when that happens. It's pleasing to see the flight proficiency system being engaged, as it has been since the beginning of the society several years back, with a noticeable increase in assessments before Christmas, including the multi-rotors. Instructor courses are going to be conducted in several states shortly and have been planned with venues and dates to be circulated. In conclusion, I'd like to thank the committee, Peter Coles and the Society's consultants for their valued assistance and guidance. I also thank those members whom I speak with from day to day and make it a pleasure to serve as Secretary to the AMAS. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. I move a motion that the Secretary's report be accepted.
I'll second that.
Jody French?
Yeah.
Accepts that. Okay. The Treasurer's report.
Now, no Treasurer's report received. We're using the Auditor's report as the Treasurer's report currently.
All right.
I'll just give an overview. Just of the balance sheet, I suppose, at the end of the day.
Yep.
Might as well, I'm going, Patsy. Okay, we've got the figures for 2014. The income from membership was $28,679. For our badges, $155, and interest was $1. So total income was $28,834. Expenditure, advertising was $250. Auditing was $820. The purchase of AMAS badges as a solo advanced and instructors badges was $2,067. CASA search, which was an FOI application, to CASA was $341. The domain name was $59. Insurance was $10,290. The Magestry website hosting service was $1,179. And printed membership cards was $672 at the time. So postage was $71, which left total expenditure was $15,749, and we ended up with a surplus of income over expenditure of $13,086. Same time last year, our surplus of income over expenditure was only $1,200. So it just shows you in the space of 12 months how strong financially the society has become. It's very, very encouraging.
That's good.
We've already accepted that.
Okay, that's fine. So the results of motions put to members. So we asked the membership to vote on two things, and that was the setting of annual fees. So that motion was accepted by the membership, and the motion for day membership of the society, which was also accepted. General business. Nothing.
General business. And general business.
Alrighties. So the next meeting will be, it's the general meeting, 15th of January by the look of it.
Should move that Treasurer's report be adopted, accepted, ma'am.
Well, there was no report as such, John. What we had was the auditor's report because Patsy wasn't here.
Okay.
So I just highlighted some of the issues in relation to the audit.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, it's there for members to have a look at. We're in good shape.
So all that stuff's been circulated, which is good. So the next general meeting will be the 15th of January at a time and place to be determined.
Yeah.
So that's it. The meeting is closed at 8:01. Thank you to everybody who joined us online. Bye for now.